season appearance here. Can you just kind of quantify what he's meant to your team this whole year and his 1 year here?
I think John, I don't know where we'd be without John Valek this year. Bringing him in, I won't say it wasn't an afterthought once, they dropped the program when we felt like, hey, never have enough pitching. But who was to know that Latz wasn't going to pitch, or Godfrey was going to transfer, or Nick Bush was going to have elbow surgery, or lose Cartwright, and all those things happened in 1 year. And John Valek just emerged, and he showed in the fall that he could be a very reliable pitcher for us. He had, I think, 260 innings or something of college baseball under his belt before this year. Obviously, he doesn't have overpowering stuff, and there was questions, hey, does he have enough stuff to be able to pitch in the SEC? And all he did was go out there. Really, his first 9 starts I thought were really competitive starts. His 10th and 11th struggled a little bit, but then he just gave us 5 shutout innings at Notre Dame last week. Tomorrow night's a huge game, and I hope you guys are prepared that our players aren't going to talk much about last weekend, or certainly not this coming weekend. Our focus is all on Northwestern State. It's a big game tomorrow night, so hopefully he's going to go out there and pitch well for us again, and then we'll decide after that how we're going to use him going forward with the SEC tournament and so forth.
You said I think you told Ross you've got a pitching plan. You don't want to review. You've got it planned out to where you got your rotation and then SEC tournament just depending on what happens.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. I can, players aren't going to talk about it, but I can talk about it a little bit. Isn't it amazing that 3 weeks ago, if I would have told you, hey, in 3 weeks we're going to be in this position, you'd be like, oh yeah, sure, like probably the majority of the people in this town. But I just felt it. I felt it was going to happen, and here we are now. If you just do the math, I'm sure you've all figured it out. But if we can win this series against Florida and get a little bit of help around the league, Texas A&M were to beat Ole Miss a series, if Alabama could beat South Carolina series, we'd finish in the top 4 in the league, which gets you a bye for the first game of the tournament, SEC tournament, which puts you in a position certainly to host and perhaps be a national seed if you give a good showing at the SEC tournament. So, whenever we would lose a game, everybody'd be, this team can't do this or this team can't do that. You just never give up, and this is why you never give up, because anything is possible. And all those weekends where we may have lost a series, but we didn't get swept. There's a big difference between being 0-3 and 1-2 in a weekend series. And when I make statements like all 30 games count the same, they do. They really do count the same. And so what you do is you try to accumulate wins. So here we are with 1 weekend to play. We got 17 wins in the league, and that's not bad. And that's 1 less than Florida. It's 1 less than Texas A&M. It's 1 less than all these teams that are supposed to have the greatest teams in the history of college baseball. So we're hanging in there, and I'm proud of our guys. So, there's different possibilities. We could end up playing on Tuesday. We could end up not playing until Wednesday. So we just, we're gonna, when it comes to the rotation right now, I know what we're gonna do this weekend, but I'm not gonna divulge it until Wednesday. There's no need to let Florida have a scouting report on us, this early in the week. So we're gonna focus on tomorrow night. John Valek's gonna start, and then on Wednesday I'll be happy to let everybody know what the plan is.
And Matt,